Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the top 10 most dangerous places to hike in the world. We're talking sheer cliff faces, unpredictable elements, and trails that'll test even the most seasoned adventurer. These trails are not for the faint-hearted, so buckle up and let's get started. First up, we're headed to China, home to Mount Hua Shan and its infamous plank walk. Imagine this. You're clinging to a few planks of wood bolted precariously onto a sheer rock face, thousands of feet in the air. The wind whips around you, threatening to rip you from your handholds, your heart pounds in your chest. That's the plank walk, my friends, and it's not for the faint of heart. Now, I've faced down some hairy situations in my time, but this one's a real nail-biter. People say it's the most dangerous hike in the world, and looking at it, I can see why. But there's a beauty to it, too. The raw power of nature, the adrenaline coursing through your veins, the feeling of being truly alive. It's terrifying and exhilarating all at once. Just remember, if you ever find yourself on the plank walk, every step counts. Stay focused, keep your wits about you, and never ever look down. From the towering peaks of China, we journey to the scorching deserts of Utah, home to a place called The Maze. Now, I've navigated my fair share of treacherous landscapes, but this one's a real doozy. Imagine this. A labyrinth of towering sandstone canyons baking under the relentless desert sun. The air is thick, heavy, and silent, except for the crunch of your boots on the dry earth. Every turn leads to another maze of dead ends and winding slot canyons. Getting lost out here is terrifyingly easy. The sun plays tricks on your eyes, the canyons all start to look the same, and before you know it, you're completely disoriented. Out here, water is your lifeline. Without it, you're done. That's why it's crucial to pack more water than you think you'll need and know how to ration it. Trust your instincts, stay calm, and you might just make it out alive. The maze will test your limits, but it's also a place of stark beauty. So, if you're ever feeling brave and have a good compass, come and give it a go. But be warned, the maze is as unforgiving as it is beautiful. Next, we're heading to South Africa to tackle the Drakensburg Traverse. Picture this. You're perched on the edge of the world, high in the Drakensburg Mountains, known as the Dragon's Back. The wind howls around you, biting at any exposed skin. Below, valleys plunge thousands of feet, their slopes cloaked in mist and shadow. This is a hike that will test your mettle, push you to your limits, and leave you breathless in more ways than one. The weather here is as unpredictable as a wild animal, changing from bright sunshine to blinding snowstorms in the blink of an eye. One minute you're basking in the sun, the next you're fighting your way through a blizzard. And trust me, when the Drakensburg throws a storm at you, you feel the full force of Mother Nature's fury. But even amidst the danger, there's an undeniable allure. The rugged beauty of the landscape, the sense of isolation, the challenge of pitting yourself against the elements. It's addictive. But remember, preparation is key. Pack for all eventualities, check the forecast obsessively, and never underestimate the power of the Dragon's Back. From the rugged peaks of Africa, we're diving into the Pacific Ocean and heading to the lush, tropical paradise of Kauai, Hawaii. Home to the Kalalau Trail, this hike will have you believe you've stumbled into a postcard. But don't let the beauty fool you. This trail is as treacherous as it is beautiful. Imagine this. You're trekking along narrow, muddy paths, carved into the edges of towering cliffs. The air is thick with humidity, and the scent of plumeria hangs heavy in the air. The Pacific crashes against the rocks below, its turquoise waters deceptively inviting. One wrong step, one slip on the wet rocks, and you could tumble hundreds of feet. But it's not just the cliffs you have to worry about. Flash floods are a constant threat, turning tranquil streams into raging torrents in the blink of an eye. But the Kalalau Trail is more than just danger. It's a journey through some of the most breathtaking scenery on Earth. Lush valleys give way to towering waterfalls, cascading down sheer rock faces. Hidden beaches offer respite from the sun, their sands black as night. Now, we're off to Scotland, a land of rugged beauty, unpredictable weather, and the legendary Aonach Eagach Ridge. This is not your average walk in the park. This is a scramble, a climb, a test of nerve and skill that will leave you feeling like you've stared death in the face. Imagine yourself clinging to the narrow spine of the ridge, buffeted by winds that seem to blow straight through you. The ground falls away on either side, a dizzying drop to the valleys below. One wrong move, one gust of wind too strong, and you could be sent tumbling into the abyss. The Aonach Eagach demands your respect. It demands your full attention, your unwavering focus, your absolute best. But for those brave enough to take on its challenge, the rewards are immeasurable. The views from the top are simply breathtaking, a panoramic vista of rolling hills, shimmering locks, and distant peaks shrouded in mist. It's a true test of your mettle, but it's a journey you won't soon forget. Next, we're trekking to Spain, to conquer El Caminito del Rey, once known as the most dangerous walkway in the world. This isn't just a hike, it's a heart-stopping tightrope walk clinging to the side of a sheer cliff face. Imagine this. You're hundreds of feet above the ground, the roar of the Guadalhorce River echoing below. Beneath your feet, a narrow pathway, barely wider than your shoulders, clings to the vertical rock face. The original path, built over a century ago, has crumbled away in parts, leaving gaping holes through which you can glimpse the dizzying drop below. Now it's been renovated with steel beams and safety harnesses, but it's still not for the faint of heart. Every step is a leap of faith, every glance down a reminder of the sheer drop below. But amidst the fear, there's an undeniable thrill. The feeling of being so exposed, so close to the edge, it's exhilarating. And the views, oh, the views are simply breathtaking. The gorge stretches out before you, a tapestry of greens and blues, the river snaking its way through the heart of it all. Next, we're venturing into the dense, steamy jungles of Papua New Guinea to tackle the Kokoda Track. This isn't just a hike, it's a journey through history, a pilgrimage to a place where bravery and sacrifice wrote themselves into the very landscape. The Kokoda Track is a 60-mile trek through some of the most unforgiving terrain on the planet. Imagine this, you're hacking your way through dense jungle, the air thick with humidity, the ground a treacherous mix of mud and roots. The sun beats down relentlessly, and every breath is a struggle. This trail isn't for the casual hiker, it's a grueling test of endurance, both physical and mental, but it's also an incredibly rewarding experience. Along the way you'll encounter remnants of World War II, a stark reminder of the sacrifices made on this very ground. You'll meet the descendants of the brave Papua New Guinean soldiers who fought alongside Australian troops, their stories etched into the fabric of this land. We're back in Utah, this time to conquer Angel's Landing, a hike that will have you believing you can touch the sky. But don't let the name fool you, this is no walk in the park. Imagine this, you're inching your way along a narrow spine of rock, thousands of feet above the canyon floor. The wind whips around you, threatening to snatch you from your precarious perch. To either side, sheer drops plunge down to the valley below, the ground a dizzying distance away. This is Angel's Landing, and it's not for the faint of heart. The final climb is a scramble, a test of nerve and agility as you navigate the spine, clinging to chains bolted into the rock face. But the views from the top, oh boy, the views! They're simply breathtaking, a panorama of towering sandstone monoliths carved by centuries of wind and rain. It's a sight that will stay with you long after you've made your way back down. Next, we're off to Peru, to tackle Huayna Picchu, the iconic peak that towers over the ancient city of Machu Picchu. This isn't just a hike, it's a journey back in time, a climb to a place where ancient civilizations once walked. Imagine this, you're climbing ancient Inca stairs, carved into the sheer mountainside centuries ago. The air is thin, the sun intense, and every step takes your breath away. The path is steep, almost vertical in places, and the steps are narrow and uneven. One wrong step, one dizzy spell, and you could tumble down the mountainside. But as you climb, you're rewarded with breathtaking views of Machu Picchu, the lost city of the Incas, spread out below you like a forgotten dream. The jungle stretches out around you, a sea of green, and the Andes rise up in the distance, their peaks piercing the clouds. Finally, we're ending our journey in the US, tackling the Devil's Path in New York. Don't let the name fool you, this one's a real beast. Imagine this. You're scrambling up steep, rocky slopes, the air thick with humidity, your lungs burning with exertion. The trail is relentless, a series of grueling ascents and descents that will test even the most experienced hiker. The Devil's Path earns its name. It's a challenging hike, unforgiving in its terrain and relentless in its demands. But for those who dare to take it on, the rewards are great. The views from the peaks are stunning, panoramic vistas of rolling hills, dense forests, and shimmering lakes. And the sense of accomplishment of having conquered this beast of a trail is truly satisfying. So there you have it, my friends, the top 10 most dangerous hikes in the world. These are the trails that will test your limits, push you to the edge of your comfort zone, and leave you with memories that will last a lifetime. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling content. And remember, always hike safely, and be prepared for any adventure.